Y'all, when I say that I started wheezing when the stylist said, I would never gobble the same dick as my sister. I'd never gobble the same dick as my sister.
Because this is Extreme Sisters.
This is Extreme Sisters Season Dose.
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love when you and I combine. Let's get together, what do you say? We say everything at the same time. I'm telling you the gospel truth.
I'd remove my healthy tooth for us to be together. Same, 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 same.
Oh, don't care what your husband said.
Still gonna sleep in your bed.
Ooh, we Orlando, leave your family behind.
And if we have a little feud,
It's psychic time in the nude. Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the reason that my husband's my ex. And though we married identical twins,
I promise we don't all have sex, maybe.
and you can always count on me. A gruesome twosome we will be. Let's stay together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Season Dose. And if you're asking yourself, why is this show on?
I'm asking that too.
It's our fault because I think there's season 2 because of our podcast.
I hope so.
I think so.
People do watch the show, but there was someone from our by the way, if you're new to the are you new? This is Reality Gaze, our coverage of Extreme Sisters on our Patreon. You will be getting this. This is we dropped the first episode on the free feed, I believe.
Yes, we are the first episode on the free feed. You're getting a lot of free feed stuff. You're getting our classless.
You're welcome
Classless,
this week.
So because we don't drop the video, but we do drop the whole episode. So we get part 1 of classless.
Yeah.
Team A was free, but we do Team B free as well. So really 2 weeks.
So you guys,
this episode's called "So Happy Together."
if you are unfamiliar with Extreme Sisters,
You missed a lot.
it is a show about sisters. Smothered kind of started all of this. So Smothered was kind of the genitor of Extreme Sisters, and basically Smothered is when you're too close to your mom. Extreme Sisters when you're too close to your sister.
Actually, it was Smothered. I Love a Mama's Boy, which we never got into.
You know why? Because that show feels extremely the intention of that show just feels mean.
It was a lot of like mother-in-laws treating their daughter-in-laws like shit.
Yeah.
It just felt sexist. It was just not fun for us to watch. And also the one guy's so fucking gay.
Not just sexist, it felt misogynist.
Yeah.
It felt really mean, and it normalized, like with the honeymooners or something, your mother-in-law just hates your wife or girlfriend.
We haven't watched it in a long time. A lot of people like it.
No, it's campy, but
one guy needs to come out though. Now that he is divorced from his
Matt,
wife, or their
I love his mother though.
She is, and then and
Kelly. Matt and Kelly. But no,
the Indian mother.
Oh, she is a fucking ghoul. She is one of the worst people in the world.
She's like on the level of like Gabby from Love After Lockup.
She's diabolical.
She's diabolical.
That woman. Shakib's mom.
So maybe we should. I don't know. If you want us to
Remember
watch,
the mom with the really hot son with the terrible hair?
We got to stop talking about this because it makes me want to cover it now when it comes on.
Yeah.
So let us know. If y'all like I Love His Mom, let us know. But yes, it was Smothered, I Love His Mama's Boy, then Extreme Sisters.
And then Me, You, and My Ex.
Me, You, and My Ex, which we don't know if that one's coming back. Did we see a casting for that yet?
I don't know. There's something about fathers with daughters, too, which to me looks disgusting.
That is casting. I think it's going to bother us a lot.
I
think I did see one, too. I think they're doing like an Extreme Brothers.
There's also In-Laws. There's an In-Laws one. I don't think Brothers can be interesting. I'm not going to say no to that.
Stop! No, brother sex is not real
way.
in gay porn, and I'm
in a different way.
I'm not supporting this.
I'm just saying I might be okay with it.
So we talked about this a lot on a sidetrack on Darcy and Stacey, and y'all listen to that because I know y'all are some fucking dick pigs thirsty. So we're not going to go fully. We went into our sadness of who's not on Extreme
There's no
Sisters.
Momo's tune. There's no Patrix and Patrika, who I will miss. No quaternary Stepford twins. Thank God.
The ones that really bopped, that lived in that weird fucking house.
Yeah,
that cold house.
They made me actually really like I was just unnerved.
They bothered
every time.
me. They bothered me, and y'all know I live for this shit. Now look,
I still say the biggest problem with them is I desperately need to know which twin decided. How did they decide who they were going to marry? Flip a coin.
Yeah, which we have this in this. You know, we have two twins that met.
But weirdly, it feels okay. These they don't make me feel so gross because they have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
The quaternary ones didn't.
Yeah.
I'm okay with like the country redneck buttfuck girls. Driving around their gator. Mother poodle and father poodle love their gator. They go on the ATV rides with Muffin.
Let's be honest, y'all. They would be girls that I was in cheerleading with.
They would be.
Or that you would have, I don't know.
Clogged with.
Yeah.
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 They would have been.
So, y'all, that's what we got. All right, so you're going to get this episode free for this week. And then after this, if you want to listen to more episodes of Extreme Sisters, you can jump on the Cringe tier, which is the $8 tier on our Patreon or Supercast, Reality Guys Plus. On the Cringe tier, you get, not only do you get Love After Lockup, all of its iterations, you get Extreme Sisters, Marrying Millions, which is coming back. If you want to do old episodes. And also, you're going to get shows like regular 90 Day Fiance, Toe. You're going to get Darcy and Stacey. You're going to get Below Deck. You're going to get all that commercial free.
For your pleasure.
And you'll get our classless.
That's all the $5 tier.
It's like someone... We have a new website thing now, and so I don't ever really read reviews, hardly ever anymore. But now when someone leaves a review, sometimes it'll email us. Not all of them, but just certain ones. And someone said, I normally don't comment like bad reviews, although I've had it podcasts. Do you hear them read bad reviews?
No, but that's amazing.
They read the bad reviews on their Instagram, Jen and Pumps. And she's like, yeah, what an asshole. That's great. It's so good. Y'all,
I love that.
we're going to have them on our show still.
Do not give us a bad review just because you want to hear us read it.
We're not going to read them on the air.
No.
But someone did say, you're not doing, we didn't do fucking Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. And they said, they don't do anything on their Patreon. I'm leaving. And I went,
go with God.
If you think we don't do enough on our Patreon, then I wish you the best.
I wish you the best.
I wish you the best.
The Sean Robinson way.
I wish you the best.
That means go fucking stick your head in your toilet.
And guess what? I hope your husband's going to cheat on you because you're insufferable.
You know what? People can think whatever they want to, but that's actually not accurate. We do.
What do I say all the time? I just want someone to say it.
Yeah. If you look
someone
on our Patreon,
said I wasn't working hard enough. Oh, I'll come for you.
We work really hard,
but other people do too. We don't work more than other people. But I'm just saying, it's the Mar in me. It's the Chelsea Mar in me.
But I just know I would read that and go, that's actually not true.
That's what I said.
And dismiss that.
Anyway, so you're going to get a lot this week, y'all. So enjoy. It's a good time to be a reality trash. And you're watching The Traitors. You love it. I got to catch up on that.
I love The Traitors.
I need to watch it.
It is a great, it's a smart concept. I don't think they've quite figured out how they're going to get to the end. I'm only on episode like 4, but Kate Chastain is killing it. She's just like, I don't really have a strategy for wanting to get off Rachel. She's just annoying. I'm going to have to watch it. Also, I promised, and I told you on Dark Side, I've only watched like 20 minutes of it, so I haven't watched the full episode. And because we're a little pressed in time, there will not be a MILF Manor Minute this episode. I'm going to wait, and then next week, I will give a 2-minute MILF Manor with both episodes. I will stopwatch you because I'm done.
I'm going to spare you this week.
I'm spending my time finishing Love Without Borders because that's good quality show making. I can't even say that without laughing. I'm finishing that show mostly because I want to see the Americans suffer.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
It's of no goodwill at all. I just want to see.
I bet the guy from Atlanta is getting it.
Oh, with the one with the one from Panama. Oh yes, I actually feel sorry for him. At the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this cheese ball."
Oh wait, no, I meant the one guy who went to
That's Phil. That's Phil. Phil and Carmen.
Went to, did he go to Abu Dhabi?
No, Ghana. You're getting all this wrong. You haven't watched it along. Please don't talk.
Let's move on to Ashley and Vee, shall we?
Probably good. Although I just want to say one. Finish my thought about that show. You can divide the cast up into clout chasers and kind of people random reality people, except when you get to Gurleen, who should have never gone on a show like this. And there's like shit that happens, and it's all. You could have predicted all of this to happen. But Erica, the terrible matchmaker host, she says such horrible things to Gurleen. I'll just say this. But Gurleen should have never passed a third round of casting. Who
covers Love Without Borders too? Is
Cray Cray is doing it on their Patreon.
Is are Jonathan and Teresa doing it? I feel like
John.
John, I feel like they're doing it.
They're doing it, I think.
I think they're doing it.
Reality.
Yeah. So there's some people out there.
There's some people doing it. Yeah. It's not good. It's not fun or good like The Traitors. You watch it, and then the poor guy who's with the French guy, or that dumbass, this fucking, that guy, that Aaron basically is from North Dakota. Aaron orders a hamburger to every restaurant he goes to.
Just so you know, I'm keeping a time, and as long as you're talking about this, is the time I get for MILF Manor.
I'm going to destroy you. Ashley and Vee, new couple alert from Dallas.
Whoop, whoop. Big D. I like them.
I do too. They're actually stepsisters. And as Vee said, we met when our parents started dating. We hated each other at first.
Hated one another. Vee is 42. Ashley's 35. So Vee is the older one. That's important because
older.
Yes. And so Ashley kind of looked at her like she was like my older stepsister, and she thought she was better than everyone. And Vee says, "'Cause I am."
At one point, they only became close because Vee saw on social media, your man's in Miami, boot up with some other woman. So they bonded over the younger one's life being ruined.
Ashley said, she sent me a message. She said, are you in Miami? She said, no. She said, well, your man booed up with another woman. And then they came for him, and that put them, now they're friends.
Great friends.
I
mean, I'm glad that ever since then they've been inseparable. Sometimes they text each other when they don't, so that when even if they don't even need to talk to one another, just because they can, which is codependency.
Ashley actually said, sometimes I just text her and say 911 emergency just because I want to talk to her, and I went,
that's codependency.
That's not that healthy. Now they do, y'all. This reminds me.
They're funny though.
They're funny. They have a code word. I'm all about this.
Bananas.
There's this bananas, but y'all, my mama did this when I was a kid. You should have a code word for when something goes. If you're in a situation and you feel uncomfortable, you can say a code word.
Yeah.
And then somebody knows we got to get out of here. Like you have pamplemousse.
That's my safe word. Very different situation.
Very different situation. Anyway, it's good to have that.
Yeah. They are
like navel orange. It's very good to do with your kids, y'all. I learned that on Winnie the Pooh's Too Smart for Strangers.
Oh, I remember that. Don't touch me in my bathing suit area or I'll go tell my mom.
So,
still remember it.
So Vee is that sister that takes you to get your vajayjay pierced. She
is. She's having the VCH piercing.
Now, Vee talks about this kind of the way, like one of the an oversexed lover's character from Saturday Night Live. Like when you get your vajayjay pierced, you want to get you don't want to get the labia, you want to get the V,
the VCH,
the C, the H, and ma.
I don't know exactly what that is.
We've had conversations about vaginas, and everyone knows I'm out of my depth here. I don't know. what it is. If you want to come at us and tell us, no, I don't want a picture, but if you want to come at us and tell us about you getting your vagina pierced, I'm all for it. Apparently, V, when she got hers pierced, she said, I had an orgasm.
But Ashley said it just hurt. But before that, she brings out a mag light and shines it on her sister's pussy. And this piercing person is like, okay.
And the piercing said, she's like, I love the piercing person. She said, I mean, I'm going to be up in our business, obvi. But still, and I went, she's we're
like,
not saying obviously
she's
now?
Almost using a thing above her head like a cop looking into your car.
Ma'am, could I see your driver's and registration?
And pull back your labias, please.
Please.
So she tells her...
Is that pot in there, ma'am?
What else you got in there? So, do you have a permit for that?
Can I have one of those Kleenexes, please?
She basically says she gets it and it clips on. She goes, that hurt, and she can't have sex for 6 to 8 weeks now.
Yeah. So all right.
The next scene, y'all, I think they're going to be funny. They're doing their Sunday nights is their family game night.
They're making margaritas.
And they're making margaritas.
They look good.
And y'all, I'm like, oh, family night. And then we find out later that V has 10 children. 10 fucking children.
When she said 10 children, I went, holy fuck.
And her partner.
No wonder it felt good when you got your vagina pierced, because you can't feel shit anymore.
That's not true. You can feel everything. It's just I don't think the
I mean, I just
clitoris.
would be tired. I don't think
I don't think the clitoris loses sensation after childbirth.
Again, I have no idea. No, I don't think it loses sensation. But you just need some. I don't mean that as a dig to her anatomy. I mean as a dig. You've already had so much action down there.
It's true.
It's like with you. Like if you're not blindfolding, ball gagging you, or choking you at this point.
Yeah. And running into me with a 65 Chevy.
You're not going to come.
Nothing but a 65. A 66 is not going to do it.
It's not going to do it.
Nope. And it better be leather seats. It's the only way I can come.
That's what. So I think V's got to have to have a lot of stimulation.
That could be true. Y'all, 10 children.
It's too many kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like,
do you?
I'm like, girl, you a warrior for carrying all those kids.
She's fertile myrtle. Ashley has her 2 boys, and she said, I want a girl, but turns out she had fibroid tumors, and they actually...
This is horrible.
Yeah, and when they were in there, and I've heard about this happening.
It happens unsuspecting to... What's horrible about it is that she went into just for the fibroid, but they got in there,
and they realized there were more fibroids.
Her uterus.
Yep.
And that happens a lot. But I can't imagine waking up and know you didn't even have a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably told her
I'm
that
sure
if
they
this
probably
happens,
did,
but
yeah.
that when she said, I went, oh.
It was very sad.
Yeah.
And so V, of course, saying, that's fine, I'll carry your baby. I've carried 10 children. I'm fertile myrtle. This uterus can work. And basically she's going to tell the family that night. Demetrius, her partner, says, nope. Run that back again. And she says, this is my body. And it's a cliffhanger. We don't know how this is going to end. I have a feeling Fertile Myrtle's going to get her way.
When she said my body, by the way, on pregnancy, I was just listening to a little clip today. Y'all, Tracy Ellis Ross is on Glennon Doyle's podcast. And if you just want a conversation about...
I love Glennon Doyle.
I love Tracy Ellis. I love them both. But if you want a great conversation, and Tracy Ellis Ross reads kind of her journal feelings about like losing her ability to have children, what that was for. Anyway, just kind of on this topic, it was really beautiful.
Great.
Highly recommend. All right, 10 children. Oh, you know what? We should take a commercial break because it's on the free feed for once, and we'll be right back.
Yes.
Same time.
Same time. We're back. The Perth twins from Australia.
We're back.
We love to do everything at the same time.
We're remote but goat, y'all. We started the show initially in the beginning together. Then Poodle said like he had a remote doctor's appointment or something, but he kicked me out of the apartment very suddenly. And suddenly I saw 2 guys, muscly in tank tops, and one of them looked like they were holding some type of sex device walking into your bedroom.
It was a doctor's appointment, and I feel better now. We need to be closer.
Closer. So hopefully our same times sound the same. We're remote, but goat.
We have to do everything the same.
Same.
Everything the
Everything
same.
same.
I'll be very upset if I'm not. Everything is the same.
Same.
Now, I don't want to make light of this. This is a mental pathology.
This is a mental pathology.
It is so.
But they're agreeing to be on a television show.
Exactly, y'all. They have mental illness.
They do.
I'm not
like lots of mental illness.
This is mental illness. Mental problems. We have mental problems. And again,
and one would argue, so does Ben, who for some reason I'm attracted to, and you
need to process that. He has a terrible haircut. You need to.
I don't love his hair. I don't love his haircut, but from the front, he's attractive.
No, I'm. You know what? And I love all types of trolls, but I can't. No, I can't do that for you.
Y'all, we had them last year because we all remember. Is it Janine or the mother?
Gina. I think, yeah.
The woman with the connect the dots eyeliner.
I still don't know what she thinks that is.
I think she had bad eye tattooing. That's what I think.
Really?
But then but if she cared about her makeup though, then she would draw the line and connect it. I think that this is what it just hit me. So what's her name again? Janine? Gina.
Spelled Jeanna.
I wrote Jeanna, but
maybe there's two N's, but
I believe you.
I think it's pronounced like Gina.
So Gina, we never really get her name. They just say mom.
Mom.
Bear with me on this one. Think about it. Gina was like, I don't know. They didn't have vaudeville, but I don't know. She like did the theater circuit in Australia. She was a star, and then she got pregnant with fucking twins.
Yeah.
And she had to stop performing, especially when she realized her kids are crazy. And so this is her idea she's been pushing them, especially now with her scene with her reaction to this baby thing. I think Gina is a stage mom, but she's got two fucking Gypsy Rose Lees as daughters. But she always believes every day is an opportunity to be on stage. So that's why she wears like stage makeup. And some theater queen taught her, if you don't draw a line, but just draw little dots under your eye, it makes your eyes look bigger for everyone in the back. Kind of like how our friend Nathan Furman always put that fucking red dot in the middle of his eye.
And also contouring. He did lines of contouring. And even when they said, Nathan, you don't have to do old age makeup in this character.
They're like, he didn't hear that. So he did all this weird, and I think it's
Ben Nye's sock stored.
Yes.
Stock sword. With Nathan Furman.
We are helping out Sissy Alyssa with Harold Heiberg and then Ben Nye jokes. All of our opera theater. So I think she's an old theater dame who still believes you do your makeup like you're going on stage.
So the purpose of those dots would be, I'm still confused at what that would be. Could someone just give me a reason why that would look presentable? I don't know what that's supposed to be.
I actually am an expert in makeup, and I still don't understand. I'm Googling the dot eyeliner trend. Here's how to pull it off.
But it's underneath her eye, almost on where her eye bags are.
No, they did do a dot eyeliner trend where you do like one or maybe two little dots under your eye, almost like a beauty mark. I don't ever see.
That's not what this is.
It's actually just a.
She looks like a Roy Lichtenstein painting.
Yes, it's a dotted line. It's a dotted line.
We have to move on. Both of us are very confused about it. If makeup says this, if you know any reason why anyone would do this to their eyes, I need to know.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. There's just not a lot of information about this online, which maybe I'm telling you, the Bob Mackey of Perth, Australia, told her this years ago.
But I'm saying I can't even imagine in a stage way that it would look good.
I don't either.
They
Her hair's
basically
done
say
up too.
they basically say one's hair is longer than the others, and like if Lucy's not around, I don't exist. I don't exist. I don't exist.
They're getting their hair cut. Y'all, if you're not watching the show, it's pretty fucking great to watch this hairstylist have to work with them. First of all, they walk in and they said, "Oh no, the chairs are too far apart. Need
It's
to
too
be
far
together.
apart. We're gonna be together. We get bad cloud anxiety.
And so they move the chairs together in front of the mirror. And then
Someone say we have OCD, but we don't care. There's something like I know it is debilitating mental illness. It is ruining these women's lives.
They can't have a job.
But
remember when the other one worked at a phone center and the other one would hold up a phone to her ear so they had a phone? So they both were on the phone for the same time.
Because they had to be the same.
Yeah, y'all, let that sink in. They talked about last year. One had a job at a call center and the other one would hold the phone up at the same time and pretend to work while the other one was working.
This world. I just want to say, if there is a funny part of mental illness, it's this. And they have decided to come on television to show this to us. What scares me is when we start having the baby dolls. And so I may get a little sick then, but I'll be happy to say I wasn't sick through most of this.
I'm going to say, because we've gotten some early, I accidentally started watching episode 2 instead of episode 1. So I saw the first 10 minutes of it. Get ready for Pang Pang. That's all I got to say.
No.
Get the fuck ready.
Oh.
And there are baby dolls. And the baby dolls are freaking weird. They are gross. And
dolls already.
They're already
make
weird.
Me,
but the
make
way
me very unnerved.
The way they immediately take these babies as if they're young cows suckling a mother's cow breast is just get ready.
No. So this poor stylist, they're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Her name is Kim.
And they're counting the snips.
You gotta explain. They're counting the snips. Well, first of all, did you like how when she measured the hair? She's like, okay, your hair is 27 and a half inches and yours is 28. And they went, how's that possible?
How's it possible? We have hairs at the same time. And they're like, well, some hairs grows faster than others. And they act like, how dare nature
She
be
said
different.
She said some people are different, and Lucy immediately turns in and goes, well, you've been more stressed out. You've been stressed out. It's affected your hair.
She has to explain nature.
I love this
show. So they're getting their hair cut, and the stylist is the star of the scene.
Oh,
and she's like, so you do get period at the same time? And they look at each other and they go, yes. And they're like, we also share a boyfriend. And the Kim goes, well, that's a bit different.
That's a bit different. Yeah. And so they say people try to treat us like we're differently, but it doesn't work. We even have and they say it proudly, we even have a doctor's certificate saying we cannot be alive. And when I read that, I went, doctor's certificate is a mental diagnosis from their doctor.
That's your diagnosis.
That's their it's like they went to the Wizard of fucking Oz of Australia, of literal Oz, and got a fucking certificate that says you always need to be together. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's like, here's your problem. I'll fix it for you. And then sends them back in a hot air balloon. So they go on the thing. This made me die. They're like, the laws are really unfair that we can't marry Ben, our partner. We're being discriminated against who we are. No, it's weird. I'm sorry. I know everything in this world is supposed to be okay if it doesn't hurt anyone. That's weird.
It's actually weird. it's illegal not because it hurts someone, because it hurts, but it's illegal because that's a system that has been known to oppress women and to take advantage of women.
Yeah.
So there's actual legal reason. It's not.
It's even more weird for two twin sisters, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you said, she is cutting the hair, y'all, and they count the snips. So we hear, here, I have some scissors right here. We hear this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. Stop. Next. Go to my sister.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna time you. I'm gonna film you.
And then she has to cut the hair for the same time. And so
same time.
So I love it that. So Kim's asking y'all. Kim is from Central Casting or from Australia
She's
Casting.
Wonderful.
She's like, they say, Ben loves us for who we are. And so she says, well, so how does he, treat? She's like, what about when you kissed him? And she said, that's when they found out they all three kissed one another at the same
time. And they get the same number of kisses.
I've done in the Abbey, and that's when I got strep throat. So I've done it, but I haven't done it with my brother.
I would not recommend doing this with a family member.
I'll be honest, y'all. I would not recommend doing this, period, because, again, I got strep throat, and it sucks.
Yeah, you got to vet people if you're going to triple kiss them. The stylist, again, my favorite line, I will never be able to gobble the same dick as my sister.
But then she says in the same tone, she's like, but it's hard not to like them because they're so lovable and so nice. And they are.
And she said, I'll probably never cut the hair again.
No, never cut the hair again, but they're very nice.
The next scene, we are at Mom's house, Gina. And it's lolly night. We love to eat lollies because it's our cheat meal. So they're just eating like Runts candy for dinner or something.
This is what they do once, which y'all tells you these women were touched or something as children.
Something went wrong.
I don't think anybody's arguing. Actually, everyone just yelled at us, hello, yes. But y'all, they're stuck in childhood trauma.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
why I feel bad about laughing at it sometimes, but you're right. What else can you do but turn off the television?
Which is what some of you did. Poodle is right. This is the show that your husband walks in and goes, honey, you're fucking sick.
You're sick.
Like, what the fuck? Honey, they're like saying, honey, you have a degree in economics. What the fuck are you doing?
You work with people who are incarcerated, and you see, you're
a lawyer, you're an attorney, you're a teacher. You teach middle school kids.
This is what you spend your time on with this. This sick shit is rotting your brain. And then some of you have husbands or boyfriends who watch with you, and because they're just as fucking sick as you.
Oh, that means that y'all do freaky shit in bed.
No, I still say. This is the most disgusting thing we watch. The MILF Manor was a new height, new low. I don't know.
But what is worse, watching Pang Pang sisters take a bath or watching mothers rub their sons? You know what? Mothers rub their sons.
Yeah, that was really rough. It was rough. No, there's just so many things that coalesce with MILF Manor, like things that are ingrained in our society that your body goes, no, my genetics are telling me don't look at that because it means that inbreeding is down the line.
It's true. Next week, y'all get ready. The MILF Manor Minute.
Ugh. I got a stopwatch. So they still are thinking about having a baby, but they're having second thoughts about it. And fuck, this mother is like, it'd be really nice to have 2 more grandchildren. Like, shut the fuck up. The best thing you can do right now is for them to be barren.
Because I don't know a lot of things in life, but something, as Oprah says, what I do know for sure these women would be horrible mothers.
They'd be. They would not make. It's good for them to remain childless.
Like this type of parenting is what raises serial killers. Like seriously, this is not a good idea.
I would strongly suggest not procreating.
But still, though, did you enjoy how they're sitting there eating candy and they eat the candy and they're both just going,
yes, chewing it at the same number of times.
Time, and they're both just kind of staring. And Ben looks at me, he's like, well, and she's like, what? We're having fun, so much fun.
And I'm like, great. Next time I can throw myself down a flight of stairs.
You know what I noticed, and I bet they do this so that way they don't change. They never smile.
No.
And I bet you they don't want to smile to wrinkle their face.
Probably, and their smiles may be slightly different. They
don't
smile a little bit. They're wearing these awful, look like fundamentalist FLDS dresses on that thing when they were with mom. Should we talk about that's all I've got. Do you want to talk about our last twin pair?
Y'all, whoop,
the country girls.
Whoop,
Jordan and Randi.
New sisters alert. New sisters
They're just
alert.
2 country girls.
Now, they're twins, too. There's a lot of twins and triplets. Jordan and Randi are twins, but they're not. They are identical twins, but like they have different hairstyles. Yeah. They don't dress the same.
These are like extreme sisters light for me.
How far we've been pushed into the graves of depravity. That this is just great.
This feels somewhat normal for me. That's just how far we've gone. These feel like people who are slightly relatable for me.
And yet they still really dreamed of marrying other twins. I don't know how I feel about that because
no, that's gross to me.
I don't know if I think that's gross or you want to marry another twin because then they're going to get the twin thing and nobody else is going to get that. So I understand that.
I think that's part of it.
But when the male twins, Derek and Dustin, if even Derek and Dustin think it's a little weird.
Dustin.
Or Daniel.
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel and Derek. I do like that their names are Jordan and Randi and they're not like Randy and Rita.
Randy and Frandy.
Or Jordan and Jalen.
Yeah.
Like poor Derek and Daniel, their parents were uncreative. But
no, a lot of twins are named similar things like that, identicals especially. Yeah.
But even Derek and Daniel are kind of like, yeah, they're a little weird about this shit.
And Derek, this is the big conflict this season. Both twins, both Randi and Jordan, they want to live in the same house together. But the men, the prospective husbands.
Well, one is a husband already.
Yes. What they aren't. They're like, oh, this is a temporary thing. They don't want to do like the twin dream of the quaternary twins who lived in Virginia, who I'm pretty sure had a suicide pact.
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, they did.
They were fucking sick.
They were. You're right. These people are more. Jordan and Randi are extreme sister lights. They're fun. They're like Jordan's like when she goes to the bathroom. When she goes to the bathroom, I worry that I'll miss something. So we go. So
I go to the bathroom with her.
I don't want to have fun. Now they grew up in Croc. Yeah, y'all. This accent is not Houston. This accent is
East Texas.
East Texas,
which is strangely closest to the band that runs through that area. Sometimes culturally, you get kind of like Appalachia / Ozarks.
It's kind more of like Arkansas.
Yeah. And so it's a really, they talk like this. It's very Southern. East Texas, if you know East Texas, it's gorgeous. Very green.
Hill country.
Yeah. But I have no idea where Crockett, Texas is. But we grew up in a log house.
I bet you it's over by Tyler.
Yeah, probably. The Rose City.
Tyler,
Texas. Yeah, Tyler Roses.
Who did you fuck from?
Oh,
Tyler?
I did fuck a guy from there.
Did you know that there's Rose cities?
Yeah, Tyler Roses. Is it Rose at Tyler? Tyler, Texas? Am I wrong?
You're probably go with your instinct.
I think Tyler's the Rose City. I don't know why. Am I Beaumont? I'm sorry. Beaumont is the Rose City.
Oh, Beaumont.
Is that right?
Yes. Oh, this is East Texas, but this is like Tyler's Northeast Texas, like kind of Dallas. This is more, I understand why they live in Houston. This is basically like, this is almost in, I can't believe I'm going to say this town. This is almost in Nacogdoches.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah, I think Tyler, Texas is the Rose City, I think, maybe. I don't know.
But this is like you go down Waco and then go over. So to the east.
It is known for roses. I couldn't remember if it was Beaumont. Texas Sissy, I just got on a hit list for them because I did Beaumont and Tyler. But Tyler, I did fuck a guy from Tyler.
Yeah.
He's hot.
Crockett also is just south of Elkhart, Slocum. and just southwest of Dialville.
That's enough. So our dad treated us like sons. We would get some get some worms and put them as live bait and go fish in the pond.
It's also south of Gun Barrel City.
Enough. And my favorite.
Why did they tell this story about this lizard? What the fuck did this have to do with anything?
I ask that question every time you tell a story. This was the closest thing to an Oklahoma story I'd ever heard. I actually wrote down every word of it, and I'm going to deliver it now. This one time, I shot off a tail off his lizard, and I shot his tail right off because I was using a BB gun. But like, you know how BB guns don't have like good sights? But like, I shot his tail off, and I couldn't really aim that well, but it lived.
It walked off. It's fine. It's fine.
They have that thing where one's has orthodonture now, but the other where they have their lip is a little bit taller, so it always looks like they're smelling something.
It does. Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm Randy. That's how they talk. Yeah.
It's kind of like your mouth is. You lift up your upper lip every single time. I'm sure they're perfectly normal, y'all, but they come off as dumb as a doornail.
Perfectly normal as far as intelligence. They do seem.
No, I didn't say that. Perfectly normal as far as nice people, I meant.
Yeah, I'm sure. Who knows? They So they live in Houston now. They must have money to live in this house in Houston because this is a very nice house.
I was going to say it's a nice house, or one of them, or the one's husband makes enough money.
I am sure they're out of the loop. I guarantee you they live in the Woodlands.
Because it doesn't seem like they have tons of money if they grew up in a log house, as they said.
Well,
so
we don't know what they do, and they're only 25.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe one of the twin brothers makes money.
Well, but Randy wants to live with Derek, and Derek and Daniel, I think they're a little older, aren't they?
I'm not sure. I did not get their ages.
So yes, so they always wanted. So yes, Derek.
We always fantasize about marrying twins.
Marrying twins. Daniel's married to Jordan, and Derek is dating Randy. So Randy's the younger one, but Randy's going to move in with them until she gets married to Derek.
When they were peeing, like.
Well, yeah, they had to pee when they were on the gator.
And she was like holding her, and I was like, this is positively tame compared to things that we've seen on Extreme Sisters. Even when they took a bath together, I didn't bet an eye. Sometimes I think this show's ruined me. Between Smothered and this show, I think I don't have any boundaries left.
You know what? I am more down to take a bath with someone than to take a bath and then get out of the dirty bath water and then get into dirty bath water yourself.
Agreed. No, that's still the most objectionable part of Sun-Hee and Angelica is that she leaves her dirty bath water. And
that is the thing I can't get behind. Now, I will say, though, I do feel like your twins, they've seen each other naked. They've done everything together so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It feels tame to me. These do, and
I didn't
okay
even
with
mind
that.
the popping the pimples, and I know that grossed you out.
No, it grossed me out, but I honestly find it slightly endearing.
Again, you've watched too much of this.
I think I've watched too much hot, stinking garbage. That I'm like, where's the normal like queasiness I feel? I demand horror. I think I got that with MILF Manor, though.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's me.
Yeah,
that's my
the third
fault.
act of MILF Manor, y'all, if you make it to the third act of MILF Manor, you will either turn the television off or you'll go, I'm leaning in because I'll see you in hell, TLC. And that's what both of us did. And I'm still not sure I made the right decision.
I did.
Ooh,
I did.
Ooh, that game, that sweet competition. I'll never forget it.
I love though when the guys are talking and Derek says, "So I'm dating Randy," and then Daniel goes, "I'm married to Jordan, happily."
I love this kid, but I don't want to live with him. I don't want to see him every day.
I will say these women are fucking bossy, and they rule their roost in his house. And these guys don't get much of an edge. They don't get a word in edgewise.
I think as long as they get their pussies at night, I think these men are just like whatever.
I think the story arc for this is they're going to get engaged at the end of the season.
Yeah,
and that's what this is about.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I don't think there's a lot to it. I think this is a charming. I think they're fun. I think they're a little bit of filler. I think the heavy lifting is going to be done by Vee and Ashley emotionally.
And don't forget the triplets who speak the same language.
Yeah.
That their other sister hates them.
I'm going to regret ever saying I feel good about this series.
Yeah, when they start speaking the other language.
Yeah. Between them and the Pang Pang twins, I'll lose a couple pounds this season. Some meals will be missed.
I have to say, just seeing them, but there's something I don't know that I do love about Jessica and Christine, and they're both so beautiful, and I like watching them. I don't know.
They are so broken. Are you kidding me?
But they're funny sometimes, but I know.
Unintentionally so.
I know. I enjoy watching them. Like, I would kind of thought, they do reading. I'm like, maybe I'll do a psychic reading with them.
You know what it is? No, you won't. I won't allow that.
You won't let me.
You know what it is? I don't necessarily feel safe in their storyline.
Oh, not at all.
And
not at all.
With the Australian twins, so to be the same time, I kind of feel safe. Because I'm pretty sure that someone would throw them in a padded cell before they let them have a baby.
I think you would feel unsafe with the Australian twins if we saw them laying in the bed with Ben.
Yeah, but I don't feel safe with Pang Pang twins.
But think about it. The Pang Pang twins haven't done. The Australian twins have sat there and watched their boyfriend go down and eat her sister's vagina.
I totally admit it. I don't know why.
And then without wiping his mouth, he goes, "Okay, your turn." And then he munches her box as well.
We're not sure he doesn't wipe off his mouth, but just a moist towelette, like you're at a barbecue place.
Like he just had ribs.
We have to move on. So, y'all, we're playing cornhole, and the women are saying, "I better get married," because it seems that I think it happens to me that he can't live there now because they don't want to live together without being married.
They're religious. It feels like they're religious. There's some religion going on. I bet they love the Lord.
Oh, they definitely love the Lord. And later on, they are. Oh, I loved this statement though. It's like, like Jordan and I. Randy says, "Jordan and I have wanted this forever, but the guys don't." Like, I'm like, there are husbands, or he's her husband, and like we need them, but we're each other's soulmate. And I went, "That's the crazy I want. That's the crazy. Thank you."
They said we chose them. We don't need them.
Right, y'all. And the producers were watching, and they went, "That's the trailer."
Rachel just said, "Got it." She called Matt Sharp and said, or not Matt Sharp. She called my friend. That's probably what's more fucked up is my friend Andy's the one who produces this.
Is he the producer? Is he the absolute?
He's one of the production company. So what does that say about maybe that's why I like this show so much.
Because your choices are all wrong. So later on, y'all, they're in the bath. They're popping each other's blackheads.
I enjoy this, y'all. I don't think I would do it with bare hands, but if I had gloves, I would totally pop one of your pimples at a live show at a meet and greet.
Don't. We're not saying this. You are not doing that ever.
I will not do it because you will not let me, but I'm telling you, I get it from my cousin Kelly. I like popping pimples. I thought I could be a derm. It's interesting to me.
Well, just add it to the other things on the pile of habits you have that
I will never
understand.
do that at a live show, though, because Jake, it would bother Jake so much. I will never do it.
It's called having boundaries. And I want for our listeners to have them too. So anyway, there's not a lot more to say except Randi wants to get engaged. She's like, it's been a year and a half. For some reason, I want them to say...
We know already. Why? We already know.
I want them to say dude after everything. It's been a year and a half, dude. It's like Destiny.
Yeah. Dude. They do kind of talk like if Destiny was from East Texas.
Yes. There's something that I want to ask them random questions and see them fail to answer them. Yeah. There's like, say... What angle is in a triangle? Like, how do you like? What's the right triangle angle? And see, they're like, I don't know. Remember we were doing that in Mrs. Lewis's class, and then like you shot a chipmunk, and then you put it up his butt,
but that chipmunk was okay. And then later on, we were in Miss McCorkle's class, and we found out that chipmunk died, and that was sad. That was sad, Randy.
And that's why we never learned a right angle, how much what
that's
degree
all
it
we
is.
Didn't learn. But oh my God, look at my eyelashes. They're so pretty.
Like I've said, I'm sure they're perfectly nice and they're competent, but I just want to ask them, like, are you smarter than a fifth grader questions? I will say, those were always hard questions. My father loves that show. When it reruns.
Friend, those are smart fifth graders.
Friend, they don't know the things that kids know. That's the show.
That's the show. Admit it, you enjoy talking about this.
I do. It's just that these are the 3 safe stories. So I'm having a good time. Next week, when we get Pang Pang and probably the Lippy triplets.
It is crazy that in this episode we saw a sister take a flashlight and pierce her other sister's vagina.
Yeah.
We saw
I didn't bat an eye.
2 women getting their hair cut and having to count the snips and measure their hair at the same time. And then we saw 2 women taking a bath and popping each other's pimples and helping one another pee. And I feel like it's just another Monday.
And I feel like I just watched Mr. Rogers. It's all fine.
That means y'all get the fuck ready because it's gonna get worse before it gets worser.
Yeah, things are about to get a lot more stupider.
Oh, I love it. I love this show so much. Y'all, if you want to listen to more of these episodes, as well as our MILF Manor Minute, you're going to have to subscribe to the $8 tier.
Is that on the Patreon?
It's on the cringe tier, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It belongs there. I was not going to allow it to toe.
If it was Happily Ever After, I would do it. Because let's be honest, we need something to talk about.
No, it belongs here. It belongs in the dark recesses of podcastery.
Y'all have already messaged me saying I'm going to watch this show too, so that's going to be there.
I'm tapping out.
You're going to get Love After Lockup, so be sure you can get all that. Subscribe to Reality Gaze Plus on our Patreon or our Supercast for that, and we appreciate your support.
We appreciate you.
You'll also get the classless episode this week, the free of that, of part 2 of episode 1 of 90 Day Fiancé season 6 with Anfisa. No, I'm sorry, not Anfisa, with Lita and Eric. You're going to get Larissa and Colty.
And Jay and Ashley.
Yeah.
That's this week? No.
Oh, I was just saying that cast. I was just listing the cast.
Yeah.
No, this year we're getting Fernanda.
Kalani and Asuelu, Fernando and Jonathan, and Stephen and Olga.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody. That's it. We'll see you next. I don't remember what the sign off was for Extreme Sisters, so we're gonna have to listen.
God, was it something about same?
What was it? I think it was We'll see you next week right here at the same time.
Same time.
And you can always count on me. A gruesome twosome we will be. Let's stay together. Yeah, yeah, yeah.